Alright, so I thought I'd make videos of heroes that I know how to play since I started playing this game again. I've been playing it for 9 years, but mostly not recently, since the beginning of this year recently. I did Li Ming, a video on Li Ming, and now I'm going to do one on Anub. I actually haven't played Anub for a little while for various reasons, so let's see how it goes. Speaking of which, got a couple of builds that I like with Anub. Do I not have the other one in here? Well, anyway, it's not much different. That's the reason it's not in here. I do a regen build one, and then I also do a Beetles one. The regen build is a regen Beetle hybrid, so Beetle is basically the theme here. And I like the movement speed. I like to play him positionally. I basically play tanks as bruisers, not as proper tanks. So I'm not running around identifying what people are doing, positional movements of the other team very much. Instead, I'm spending my time when we have a positional encounter, when we have an encounter, controlling the encounter. And Cocoon that's why I've got Cocoon. I'm going to have to show you the rest on the other end of the video. On the opposing team, we have Mephisto, which will be tough for a couple of our heroes. We have lots of damage, range damage, like Meiji damage on our team. They have significant damage, and Butcher on their team, which is tough to do against an Anub. I ought to be able to keep Butcher relatively under control. Arthas, however, can bully me, but at level 72 Arthas, probably not. Let's see how that goes. Maybe the guy's been focusing on Arthas, or he's just, a gifted 20-year-old or something instead of, or teenager or whatever, instead of an old man. All right. So I want to show you on here, but I'll wait until the end of the match because I really want to see who does what. Ooh. Okay, so not the most threatening thing he could do. And I don't really know anybody else well enough to judge their picks. I'm the only person, our team hardly has anybody. She did get chill, good, so we have lots of control. The Beetles here are fantastic. If I was going up against a team like my team, I would be so happy to be playing Beetles right now because Beetles are fantastic against heroes like Ming, especially. There we go. And I'll just take that. Now, a lot of people will find that they get great engagements diving in with a noob. I've got a lifetime 45% win rate with a noob and a 70% win rate with a noob this season. And I can tell you, my thinking is to avoid people like her who just run right up beside you whenever they get attached. My thinking is I just wanted to drop that off and give a little help to our lane. Wow, they're staying in lane pretty heavy here. My thinking is that I want to save E to get away, except right here where I can do something with it. Almost. Nice try, buddy. Yep, and now we're going to rotate because everybody's rotating and we don't have anybody in top. So then we'll just go down here and take this because why the fuck not? Yeah, and they're definitely engaged. Gotta love it.
Muito bem.
Damn. I cannot do that. Missed even if I did it. I tried to dive in and he ran away very quickly, which surprised me. And then when I hit the button, I hit it, but nothing happened. I noticed that happens. Gotta get out of there. That happens a lot. More than I would like. Oh, I missed him. Stop playing KTZ's game. Come back. Help me out. Let's give them something heavy to distract them, because they think it doesn't cost anything when they're getting rid of this instead of dealing with us. Ooh, man. My. Progress-wise, I don't feel thrilled. Look at that. There it is. Come on in. Aw, damn. Yay! I did tempt him. I thought that was somebody else. If there's one thing I'm really good at because of playing healers, actually, it is being bait. So, maybe I would do that sometime. The later parts of this, which we did not see. Oh, no. That would have been so sexy. Later parts of this build are all going to be area of effect kind of a thing. So we're going to be trying to make it difficult for people to hang out near us. Which it already is pretty difficult, but let's just go right here and do that. And I have to roll. Thank God for Beetle's healing Anub. You can see the movement speed, I use that to maintain positional authority. We only need one. You guys can't get one? That's a shame. You can get one on the rebound. Yeah. Just get one. There we go. That's a happy. And what is that? Oh, I didn't get it. Of course I didn't get it. What am I doing? I'm looking at it like I'm a DPS player. Oh, I didn't get the kill for that? Yeah, you did. That is getting the kill as a tank. Get your ass out of there. I don't understand Gul'dan. Normally there's no way I would do this, but I just want to get out of here as quickly as possible. So I'm totally happy to do that. Oh, if that was well timed, I gotta give him credit. And we'll just come over and pick up some XP since it's sitting around. Honest to Christ. What are you doing? Alright, we'll take that. I haven't made up my mind. I guess it's all Butcher all the time. Our DPS. I feel bad. There's just not much I can do about it anyway. That was really late. What do we got down here? I got 5 seconds before I can do anything about it. Does not seem to matter. Oh, look at that. Oh, darn. I realized he was sawing. Nice try. Buddy, not quite enough range. Let's go. He saw you. What a shame. don't understand is... So I didn't start that bottom that time. I probably talked it up, but I definitely did not feel like wanting to start that. I went to back my teammate, and I just seen her die up above earlier, so I was still thinking that they had kind of migrated up, which is awful. This is almost exactly the opposite of what you want. How you doing, Mr. President? Alright, now I need to get in. I'm still kind of, actually, I'm finding myself, it's been a while since I played this. Oh, look at that. And he stays out, which is smart. Wow, that's epic. We'll take that, and we'll back up. Oh man, we lost so bad. We didn't even make it. Burning enemies, though. It's hard to complain about burning enemies. We won an encampment also, which is like free. Come on. There we go. That's what I want to see. This is exactly where I want you. Yep, so that I can take a lot of damage just like that. We're just going to keep moving because I can't save that. I'm even going to hearth back. I'm getting my butt whooped right now. There's mighty fine KTZ on the other team. But, you know, doing my best. And you notice I'm playing him basically like a bruiser. Right? He's like a great big bruiser. But it's not proper team comp anyway, so I can't do much about it. You don't want that. Let's go up here where we have something we want. And now I'll just eat everything up. You'll notice how everything's on fire because of that wonderful talent. And it's like a little bit of damage, but on a hero that you've already playing for positional dominance, it's an exceptional thing. Wow. That was beautifully done. Mr. President, you just had a moment. Yep, I'm sitting here talking. I'm not even going to mention it to them past that because I don't want them to. Second chain is much longer. Vai haver ataque. Outro templo estará com poder suficiente. Leave you alone. Okay. Yeah, no problem with that. Coming through. Look at how quick that goes down. Now they've got a 10-point lead, but who cares? Right, move a little bit. That was a lot of damage, gotta admit that. Oh, the ham, they already got him. Then I can just do this directly to him. I have to move, I'm gonna get my ass whooped. Nice. Alright, so having all of this range DPS is starting to pay off. I thought I would have tempted you. Oh, whew. Feels good, man. Well played, good sir. Wow. Alright, got that one again. Hey, I actually got that one too. That's cool. And yeah, rewind, because what else could you possibly want? Looks like we are going to finish it with an excellent little move here. We just come in. And we can pop that so that we can do that and that and enjoy the game. It was that simple. That was really being carried by a bunch of DPS, but I did have my moments, I gotta say. Early on especially. And that's all you really want. Flying QMS. Absolutely. Hey, I got an MVP. It happens. Awesome. So this is definitely my main hero. I have this selected as my hero representing me on Reddit. I found that out because I just just rediscovered Heroes of the Storm on Reddit. And I saw in my own post that I was already, if I was to respond to somebody, I was already a noob because I used to always play him. Let's take a look at the stats real quick before we go. I got those two, which is nice. Never died, which is one of the hallmarks of a tank who is not tanking. But, you know, definitely nicer to do that. Look at how low everything is, like 15. You know, I mean, that's a healer. And the Butcher absolutely kept out of it, which is what I wanted to do, but I hardly had to do it because, I mean, I used Cocoon once, I think, and it wasn't even on Butcher. It just wasn't necessary. That's, you know, that happens sometimes. You get somebody who's learning the hero or whatever. Very interesting, weird ass Ming build here. And yeah, I'll leave these guys alone now. The talents I wanted to walk through really quickly. You're spawning beetles. The idea is you want to keep beetles between you and the enemy, especially an enemy who has directional attacks like Ming, where you can block them with a simple beetle. And one of the weaknesses of Anub is that he's kind of low in health compared to the other tanks. But he does have a lot of regen and a lot of health gains, like leeching scarabs. This gives you the movement speed, and remember you've got these abilities on low cooldown, like 12 seconds and 14 seconds. It's not low, but you can use it a couple of times in battle, in any one battle. And I mean easily, like even if it's just a quick poke, you can still use it once or twice, easy. Twice a lot of times. So having this increased movement speed as well means that you get to define the shape of the battle, and that's one of the. I hear people say that that's not what your tank is supposed to do, and in higher ranks, it's just too easy to target anybody, no matter how much health they have, and erase them. So you never want to leave yourself in a position where you can be targeted for like more than a second. But uh, in typical play, even if you're playing against some like that KTZ who is able to shed like 80% of my health by himself in a nice combo, is, or at least it appeared that way at the moment. He might have actually had some decent help in there, but yeah, it is definitely viable even whenever you are going to take a decent amount of damage. It's only whenever your team is expecting you to resist the position of the enemy, and that's not what you're doing. What you're doing is you're controlling the outcome of positional play. It's kind of hard to explain that, but if you can pull people apart, if you can pull the team apart, you can let your team outflank them. And if you're good at synergizing, where you just luck into, which I think a couple of times was happening there, a good positional play, you can chase somebody off. You can actually do that and then come back to the battle reasonably quick, or you can go in enough to allow your DPS to do damage and then retreat quickly because of that talent. And then Cocoon, because this is what it's about. This is why you play a Nuba Rec. If you pick the other talent, you want to be a bruiser. You don't want to be a tank. And then this is what that is. Everybody gets this one thinking this is what I want it to be, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun, but there are probably about 5% of games where that's actually useful. But this is the real workhorse for that ability. And then, yeah, you get extra beetles, and they're healthier, which is important that late in the game, although it almost basically doesn't matter. Pop a beetle, who cares? The fact that it was there to stop the attack is all that matters. And then rewind. This is not nearly as important as you would think. You might be tempted to get that. It's not so good. If you're tempted to get this, then you might have gone with Regen Master instead, particularly if the map supports it. If you're on like Tomb of the Spider's Queen or something where you can pop the regen globes very quickly, then that regen might offset the lack of once every 12-second beetle pretty substantially. But also the 30 spell armor. Just because you don't care if they live, But it does help. Every little bit helps. If it manages to stick around for 2, that's fantastic. That's my Anub Rec build for you. That'll do it.